In a world consumed by the relentless march of technology, where sprawling mechanical landscapes stretched as far as the eye could see, two teenagers found themselves stranded in the heart of a mechanical wasteland. Their speeder bike, a sleek, streamlined marvel of engineering, had sputtered and groaned its last, leaving them isolated in a desolate and unforgiving terrain. Liam and Ava, both 16 years old, had been childhood friends, growing up in the outskirts of a sprawling metropolis known as Arcadia. They had always been fascinated by the remnants of the old world, a time when nature had flourished and humanity had not yet become enslaved by machines. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting eerie shadows across the metallic landscape, Liam and Ava realized they needed to find shelter before nightfall. They had heard tales of mechanical beasts prowling these wastelands, scavenging for scraps of technology and lost souls. With trepidation in their hearts, they began their search for refuge. "Come on, Ava," Liam said, his voice quivering with fear. "We need to find somewhere safe. Maybe there's an old factory or abandoned structure around here." Ava nodded, clutching a worn backpack containing a few rations and a water canteen. They trudged through the jagged terrain, their footsteps echoing against the rusted metal beneath them. It was as if the world had turned to a giant graveyard of discarded machines. After what seemed like hours of wandering, they stumbled upon a dilapidated structure. It was a forgotten repair shop from a bygone era, now overrun by creeping vines and layers of rust. Despite its decay, it provided some semblance of shelter. The two friends entered cautiously, their eyes scanning the dimly lit interior. A row of workbenches, littered with discarded tools and broken gadgets, lined one side of the building. The air was thick with the musty scent of decayed metal and dust. It seemed empty, but Liam and Ava knew better than to let their guard down. "We should stay here for the night," Liam suggested. "It's our best chance of survival. We'll leave at first light." Ava nodded in agreement, and they set about fortifying their makeshift refuge. Liam scavenged some old sheets of metal to block the entrance, while Ava gathered whatever remnants of fuel they could find to create a feeble fire. It crackled to life, casting a warm, flickering glow in the darkness. As they huddled together for warmth, Ava gazed at Liam with a mixture of fear and admiration. She had always known him as the quiet, introverted boy from the neighborhood. But here, in this harsh environment, he was their beacon of hope and determination. "Thank you, Liam," Ava whispered, "for being here with me." Liam smiled weakly, his eyes reflecting the firelight. "We're in this together, Ava. We'll make it through." Their conversation was interrupted by a distant mechanical roar. The ground beneath them trembled, and the roar grew closer. They exchanged terrified glances, knowing that their refuge might not be as secure as they had hoped. With bated breath, they watched as a colossal machine, part animal, part tank, loomed into view. Its massive legs pounded the ground, sending vibrations through the building. It had a single glowing red eye that scanned the surroundings, searching for any sign of life. Ava and Liam huddled in the darkest corner, praying that the creature wouldn't notice them. The mechanical behemoth passed by the repair shop, its grinding gears and heavy footfalls causing the building to shudder. It was a terrifying sight, a remnant of humanity's obsession with machines gone awry. After what felt like an eternity, the creature moved on, its thunderous presence fading into the distance. Ava and Liam let out a collective sigh of relief. "We need to leave first thing in the morning," Liam said, his voice filled with determination. "We can't stay here any longer." Morning came, and they gathered their meager supplies. They knew that the wasteland would still be perilous, but they had to continue their journey. With their speeder bike beyond repair, they had no choice but to venture deeper into the mechanical wilderness on foot. As they walked side by side, the rising sun cast a warm golden light upon the landscape. It was a stark contrast to the harshness of their surroundings, a reminder that even in the most desolate places, beauty could still be found. Liam and Ava pressed on, their hearts filled with hope and the belief that somewhere in this mechanical wasteland, they would find a way back to a world where nature and humanity could coexist once more.